Hi, my name's Keith O'Connell. I'm a CEO coach and I'm the author of Elephant Tales. Elephant Tales is a collection of real-life events from my 40 years working with entrepreneurs, with the people turned into animals to protect the innocent. Today's story is The Elephant and the Ants. Brilliant. The elephant jumped up from his desk in excitement. He'd never had an idea this impactful. This is world-changing. Now all I have to do is assemble a team to get it done. And who makes a better team than ants? But I'm an elephant, he thought. Won't I frighten them? And how will we communicate and relate to each other? What can I do to get them to consider me one of them, to be a member of the team? I know, he thought. I'll disguise myself as an ant so they'll think I'm just like them. So he did. And you know what? It worked. The other ants thought it a bit unusual at first, but then figured the big ant might just be really big, and he acted just like everyone else, and he clearly wanted to be treated like everyone else. Soon the big ant was just another ant, and all was good. Until one day a big problem happened, and no matter how many ants ran to fix it or how hard they tried, their efforts barely made a dent. The big ant tried to be part of the team, but as the ant's efforts proved futile, he became frustrated by the repetitive efforts, and his frustration grew and grew. Finally, the big ant blew his top. He jumped up and ripped off his ant disguise, revealing an elephant. He trumpeted his disgust. He commanded. He demanded. He stomped around in frustration. The ants were terrified. When the elephant calmed down, he looked around. Trees were knocked down, hills stomped flat. Some ants were buried deep within his footprints, especially the ones closest to him. Others sat dazed, stunned by the performance. The rest of the ants were running around as quickly as they could, doing whatever was in front of them, hoping to avoid a repeat performance by the elephant. At the end of the day, much of the team were dead. Many others were so shaken they might as well be. Some ants began making plans to look for another hill. The remainder of the ants, well, they never really did much anyway. Oh well, thought the elephant. At least I've still got most of them, as he put back on his ant costume. So here's what the story's really about. When elephants don't want to act like elephants, and they want to pretend that everybody has the same capabilities and same responsibilities in the organization, then it creates a false culture. And in that false culture, it will be ill-equipped to deal with the big issues that actually do come along. And when those big events happen, damage gets done. The elephant has to rip off their costume and start acting like an elephant. And this surprises a lot of the ants, especially those who were closest to the elephant. They tend to get stomped. They tend to get killed. They tend to get scared, and it forces them to run away. Now, as the elephant observed, he may still have a lot of ants out there. But you know what? They're the ones who just keep their heads down and do what they're told no matter what. They're very valuable to the operation, but they're not the difference makers. So that's the story for today. Come back and hear more later. And remember, we're all elephants and we're all ants. Thanks.